And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, I just want to say thank you to all the patrons out there, in particular those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Vox Vestora, Nate, Chris Sones, Christopher Hildebrand, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Orient_Tiger. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You help us make a better show for everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So normally when we do intro, right, we kind of have like a topic that we want to talk about, but we felt like sometimes we get it into video game, books. And so we want to mix it up a little bit. So this idea that I had was to randomly type 3 letters blind into Google. Just look away and go do, right? And then whatever comes up, we'll talk about for a minute, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Are you sure?
I mean, as ready as I'm going to be for something that I have no control over.
Right. I like this idea already.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. DuPage Medical Group Home. They have more than 750 physicians and 120 Chicagoland locations. DuPage Medical Group provides high-quality, compassionate healthcare. Did you know that?
I did not. I was not even aware of it.
It's a medical group home.
No,
it's a medical group, *home. All right, let's try another one.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're looking for a medical group, they have a homepage that you can go to. Fine needle aspiration procedure. What to expect? What do you think?
What is you said aspiration procedure?
Fine needle aspiration. Fine needle aspiration is a type of biopsy procedure.
Oh.
In fine needle aspiration, a thin needle is inserted into an area of abnormal appearing tissue or body fluid.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, it's good. As with other types of biopsies, this sample is collected during fine needle aspiration. The sample collected during fine needle aspiration can help make a diagnosis or rule out conditions such as cancer. Fine needle aspiration is generally considered a safe procedure. Complications are infrequent. What do you think?
I want to go to something else.
You could puncture something with a needle and suck the juices out. It's like a reverse turkey baster. Okay, next one.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible. International Data Corporation.
Ooh, exciting.
I know. We should probably type 4 letters because 3 letters seems to be messing us up. All right, let's do 2 because then we have a lot of words that can start.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sure.
JD Sports. They have must-have sneakers, sportswear, accessories from top brands like Nike, Jordan, Adidas, Champion, Vans, and more. What do you think?
I'm not really into sports, so...
You know what a Juris Doctor is?
No.
It's also known as a Doctor of Law or a Doctor of Jurisprudence.
Okay. Graduate
entry professional law degree. This is fun, isn't it? We're learning. All right, one more, and then we're going to do something else.
Okay.
I think Google broke.
It's like, that's all I got. That's all the letters.
That's all. We've gone through everything. What does LF mean? Cyber definitions. Oh, this is like an old person website to explain what things mean. Looking for. Solid. Example of LF used in a text. Oh my God. Using numbers in texting. Master new messaging terms with our short, informative videos on YouTube.
Is that from the 90s? That website that you're looking at?
It looks like it was made a long time ago, yeah. Spot online grooming, the history of hashtag, spot drug abuse, new ways of saying I love you, test your knowledge of cyberspeak. All these have clip art, by the way. Numbers are replacing letters.
Is that in a panic? Are they upset by that?
Oh, the evolution of lol. Oh, new terms from the coronavirus. Oh man, no, they updated it recently. Weird. That guy got one hit this year, and it was me. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? You know, sharks die if they don't swim.
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
How do they sleep?
I guess while they're swimming.
You don't think that would be a problem? You don't think they run into things?
In the ocean?
You think there's nothing in the ocean? You think it's just empty?
Well, I mean, they're not going to run into like a wall or a tree.
No, but run into like a whale.
I think a whale's going to avoid a shark.
Well, it depends. I don't know. On the size of the whale, size of the shark, I guess. But I mean, don't they normally, like, it would be weird to be walking around while you were asleep. That's sleepwalking, right? That'd be weird. We acknowledge that's weird. You ever sleepwalk?
No.
Never? Not one time?
Not that I'm aware of.
You know anyone who sleepwalks?
Yeah.
Cool. That's all the information I needed. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thanks for that. Appreciate it, Rachel.
I thought you just wanted a confirmation.
All right, to the episode.
I didn't know you wanted me to like go into detail about it.
Well, that's sort of the point of this whole thing was to get to talking. Do you know anyone who sleepwalks? I do. All right, Your Honor, that's all we have.
Roll credits.
We're going to take a 15-minute recess, and we'll be back with more questions. You ever heard of the color green? I have. Okay, next. Now tell me about sleepwalking. Who do you know that sleepwalks?
My ex would sleepwalk.
Oh.
So
Was it weird?
It was weird because I would like have to wake up and sort of help them because it was like a combination of sleepwalking, and then sometimes it was night terrors. So
Night terrors.
it was always fun. It was sort of a grab bag of, hey, are they walking around talking about weird stuff and they're not going to remember it, or are they waking up in a panic, which will then wake you up in a panic, and then they won't remember it.
What if they went walking first and then went into a panic?
Like
they walked somewhere and then went, "Rah!" Right? Like a mobile bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah. But I mean, like when they would sleepwalk, it was, I don't know. It was like I would always sort of wake up and be like, "What are you doing?" And they would give an answer that made no sense. I think one time they were like, "Oh, the motorcycle is outside." I'm like, "Neither of us have a motorcycle. What are you talking about?" Because
oh man,
like it wasn't ever my first thought when I woke up to automatically assume, oh, they're sleepwalking. It was like, oh, something woke them up for a legitimate reason. Now I need to wake up and see what's going on. Oh no, they're just having sleep hallucinations.
That's a terrifying thing. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
woke up like that,
Yeah.
I imagine it'd be more terrifying for them than it is maybe even for you.
Yeah. But it also was really exhausting.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, especially it's waking you up.
Mhm.
So doubly exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. When I was younger, I used to think about sleepwalking like it happened all the time. Like I just thought it was something that just happened to people. I didn't realize that you had to be a person that would sleepwalk.
Uh-huh. It was like
like
how in cartoons it was like quicksand was everywhere.
Yeah. I don't sleepwalk.
Mhm.
But I do sleep play Jeopardy. I was told that one time I had fallen asleep on the couch during like Wheel of Fortune,
Mhm.
right? And then immediately after it comes Jeopardy. And so I play Jeopardy all the time with the family.
Mhm.
And so I'm asleep on the couch, and then later on that night I woke up and everyone in my family is like, you play Jeopardy in your sleep. And I was like, what? And they're like, you were answering the questions in your sleep. And I'm like, I was doing what? And they're like, yeah, you were answering the questions and you were right. And I'm like, how the fuck? I don't.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds nice, but it terrifies me a little bit that the guy, when I'm asleep, is smarter than the one when I'm piloting this machine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm awake, I'm like 50 or better at Jeopardy. The guy when I'm asleep is lights out. That's terrifying to me. That means my sentient mind is bringing down the performance of the machine.
Maybe your sleep mind is just like specifically honed for Jeopardy though, and it can't do anything else.
If anybody has a sleep mind that's a supervillain, it's me. Be happy when I'm awake. I'm doing this for the world.
Right.
The 5 hours are to keep everyone safe. I don't trust that guy.
Okay. So it's sort of like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of situation. Okay.
Except for I have to drink something to stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
So that you guys don't have to deal with him.
Right.
If I can keep him only like active for 2 hours a night, then we're all better off. You know?
You wake up the next day and there's a death ray like half built in your living room.
Oh my god.
You're like, oh god.
Again? This motherfucker again?
I have to spend all morning dismantling this.
Oh my god. That'd be funny. That'd be a funny cartoon. I don't know how much of this is going to be usable intro.
I don't know.
Do you want to just keep going and see what you can get?
I mean, we're already at like 15 minutes.
Yeah, but some of it was
intro.
looking up letters on Google.
You don't want to keep that.
I mean, we can. Let them see how the sausage is made. Well, what's this episode about?
Well, why don't we just go to this episode?
Oh, okay, fine. What's the title?
So this is Dragon Heist, episode 19, Boneyard Brawl.
Boneyard Brawl. This is one of my favorites. I love this one.
Is it?
Yeah, I know which one this is, actually. It's a good one.
Uh-huh. Do you want to give a summary real quick?
Yep.
Okay.
It's an episode of a podcast that we did a long time ago. And it's real good, and it's one of my favorite ones.
Uh-huh. What happens in it?
There's a brawl. In the Boneyard.
I suppose we're just going to sit here in tranquil silence till
Ambrose stands up after they leave.
convenient.
Fast forward.
Yeah. Ambrose is like, it's nothing personal, but Aslan will talk your ear off if you let him.
That's funny.
Nicholas.
That's funny. I mean, it's not nothing weird or anything.
Yeah.
That's objectively funny.
He motions you guys forward to take to the benches in the area. So, from what I overheard, you guys wanted to speak to me?
Yes, that's correct. We learned from, I believe, a mutual contact we have, a Dr. Midnight, that we might be able to help each other out. And I pulled the letter that Dr. Midnight gave me, and I handed it to him.
He told you about the necromancer.
He did indeed.
I'm gonna look at. Hold on. I'm gonna look at
You go for
Idri. I'm gonna lean over and be like, "Are we supposed to not eat here?" Because like I don't. All of my friends that are dead have been buried in the dirt in a field.
You can eat here. Like we've had family picnics here sometimes. It's
Okay,
fine.
Cool.
Ambrose just he's like, problem is I can't find the damn necromancer. You know, one night I'll find 5 skeletons that been raised, and it's like whoever does it slips out on the skeletons of the distraction. I got to get the skeletons taken care of, but I can't let them run amok. Oh, there was a mummy one day. Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Well, apparently this necromancer's been busy. I'd understand why you have a bone to pick with him.
I was hoping Midnight would drop him, but Midnight doesn't like doing violence anymore. He says violence was for the youth.
Well,
Funny sense.
there's
Let the children murder. We've had enough of it.
old people just gonna sit
Yeah.
back and watch.
I wrote a letter
My
to
sciatica's acting up, and I can't shove my foot up anyone's ass anymore.
to the church asking the high clerics asking to send some help, and they sent those 2.
And I suppose they haven't been getting the job done either. Then.
I haven't told them what they're hunting.
Ah, I see.
They normally hunt necromancers,
Hmm.
but they're not known for being the nicest people to hunt necromancers.
Understood.
Seemed pleasant to me.
Oh yeah, they're great with the living, but they see you start messing around with the undead.
Hmm.
Yeah, it ain't pretty what those two will do to stop a necromancer. And I don't. It's not that I mind the two of them. They're not bad at what they do, but they're not for working in towns or cemeteries like this.
Well, maybe that's where we could step in. Then we find ourselves in a bit of an unusual position here. We were hoping maybe we could come to some sort of arrangement. You see, we have been told that there was an individual that we ran across a couple of days ago that's been buried here, and there's no real way to put it nicely. We need to be able to
We
extract
need to
some
ask the
secrets from
dead body some shit.
him. Yes.
Which body are you wanting to speak to?
Well, there was a half orc that actually we actually were the ones who were responsible for him being here. You see, he tried to attack us, and we acted in self-defense.
We killed the shit out of him.
What he said.
You start checking records. I have a few half orcs that have been brought in the last couple days. One was a bar fight.
No.
That one was with the wagon train. He came in sick and died. That one was supposed to be continuing north with the wagon train, and that didn't happen. And then the third one, the City Watch brought him in.
That's the one.
All right. He has not been claimed by a family yet.
That's my brother. Yeah, he's
I do have
my brother.
I do have the scrolls of Speak to the Dead. If you guys want to speak to him, we don't have to get another cleric involved. And but all right, you help me with my necromancer issue. I'll make the body appear.
Well, I believe we have ourselves a deal.
So since he hasn't been claimed and his family's, we technically have the body on a 30-day hold with the casting repose on the body every day to make sure it doesn't go crazy until we can throw it in the next dimension and let it be.
What do the bodies have in common? Anything?
What do you mean?
All the things that have gone missing, so to speak. They buried in the same location? Do they all have the same
No, it's
profession,
different.
same family?
Different spots.
Each time, or
They all seem to be noble families, though.
no?
Like high noble, not cheap. Most of them have statues.
How many go missing at a time?
It's not that the body goes missing per se. I'm not sure where he's getting the skeletons from.
Well, I know the answer to that
From
inside the bodies.
But it's like items are missing from the crypts, the mausoleums, items they were buried with. Excuse me, going after specific items.
What kind of item?
A ring here, a necklace there. There was a magical set of braziers. One of them was buried with that went missing.
You think this guy's doing some shopping?
It almost seems like he knows which items he's going after on purpose, or he's possibly getting paid to go after them. I don't know.
Would you happen to have a detailed list of everything that's been taken care or taken from?
I can make one.
Well, that'd be useful. If we could get a hold of that, we might be able to find a pattern or something. Maybe we can figure out where our perpetrator is going to strike next.
Is there anything else that's here that might have maybe a value that you know he might target?
He kind of scratches his chin for a second.
He's gonna take your chin.
No, he scratches his chin.
How will my fucking mouth stay assembled?
The problem is there's a lot of treasure still out there. Nobles buried with gold and whatnot, and
I don't
they
think
don't like leaving it out in the open.
Artifacts, family heirlooms, swords, blades.
Not all of that's recorded when they get buried. Some families like to hold their own burial, and once they seal the tomb, we watch over it.
What about around this area? I'm just gonna do a quick, like, I've been in battle a few times. Is there high ground here somewhere where you'd be able to get a good vantage point of the rest of the location? Maybe on
Tallest
top of-
point. Tallest point would be the Soldiers' Memorial.
How tall is that?
60 feet.
60 feet. That's 6 die 6. 5 die 6 if I jumped off. What about the wall? Is there like a wall separating this section from the rest?
I mean, there's a wall that cuts. Yeah, that surrounds the City of the Dead. It's about 12 feet.
I have to imagine there are most likely members of the Neverember family buried here, correct?
Yes.
Has any of their possessions been taken?
No.
David, is my mom's tomb, statue, whatever, nearby?
What if they steal from Adri's mom?
I will straight up murder this necromancer if
God,
he.
what if we have to take Adri's mom back out?
Oh no.
I'm actually like when he starts talking about nobles' tombs or whatever being targeted, like Adri's just gonna start heading off towards her where she knows her mom's at.
Oh my god, they took her list of things not to do.
You reach, as you guys continue talking, she takes a run off. You reach your mom's tomb. It doesn't seem to be disturbed. Yet.
Oh, burn.
Well,
He gonna steal your mama body from the
murder
grave.
this dude. Can I make an investigation to see if just to confirm that it hasn't been nothing's been tampered with?
Mhm.
Okay.
Some goth kids come here in the middle of the night to write poetry.
May
20
the venomous winds of society's air plague your virgin lungs. What?
23.
The mausoleum that your mother was buried in is still sealed.
Okay.
It does not look like it's been tampered with.
Okay.
Though there is bird shit on her statue.
How
Oh, snap.
dare
That's
this
duck
bird?
shit, which is the wrinkle, which is the weirdest thing.
Amazing. It almost looks like raven shit.
Wow.
Hey!
All right. As she's looking at that and plotting on killing a bird,
Mhm.
back to you two with Ambrose.
Well, I mean, I think we've reached our arrangements, so
Mhm.
um,
He begins to get a list for you guys. Let me
Okay.
go check my scrolls and whatnot.
I need access to the wall and permission to climb on top of one of these statues. We'll get your necromancer, but I need the tools to be able to do it.
Oh, I have. He stops. Some of the families may not get permission to climb on their statues.
The warrior one. If anyone should be allowed to climb on that fucker, it's me.
He's like, I'll look the other way. You stop this necromancer.
What about the walls? Is there
Yeah,
access?
you can climb the
walkway?
walls. There's accesses around the City of the Dead.
You can climb the walls. I'm like, I'd rather take the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's stairs.
So the City of the Dead has 1, 2, 3, 4 gates that come into it in the wall.
Who has the highest perception out of all of them?
that would sure as hell not be me.
I have a +6. What do you guys have?
0.
3.
Rachel? Okay, damn. Okay, I'm going to be on the wall. You said 12 feet, right? So I could jump off that wall without even... Oh, 2 feet of fall damage. Shit. Okay, well, yeah. Whatever. I can take that. I think that would be the idea. If I got up on the wall and did a patrol, and then you guys were down in the graveyard area, if I saw something, I could send a signal and send you guys in that direction and meet up with you.
Well, I guess the question is, how big is this? I mean, is this like a football field size graveyard, or is this like a couple of miles like Central Park?
Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Well, even if it is a Central Park, the only option we have is at night when he would be doing that is for me to just have a patrol on the wall and a signal set up.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just trying to figure out how much area can you, or will your vantage point allow you to monitor at any one given
Yeah.
time? Because
Well, I'll march around the wall. If I see a guy walking with some skeletons, I'll be like, hey.
Well, right. So, I mean, do we just kind of follow you along on the ground as you
No,
go
you guys
around?
would stay in the center, and I would issue you a signal, like light a torch or.
Okay.
Or if
Whistle.
only we had some sending stones.
Yeah. Oh, I have a potion to jump too. I could jump off this fucking wall like a champ. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, toad foot potions.
I could make sending stones.
Let's do that.
They only work once, and I have to take off the infusion on my crossbow.
How long does it take to put an infusion on?
Basically, I can do one a day.
Like the vitamin. Wait till you go up one level and you can get Flintstone vitamins, and then when you get the capstone, Centrum Silver.
Now with calcium and more fiber to help you poop.
I take this vitamin D thing. I started taking it recently because I'm inside the majority of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been taking these vitamin D pills, and it made me feel much better. But then I realized I was taking twice the recommended dose for quite a bit. So like a week or two in a row. And I started getting real itchy. I don't know if there's a connection, but as soon as I stopped doing that, I felt better. But I was real itchy for like, I don't know, like 3 days.
Like,
Mine are real
goddamn.
tiny, and if like you're thirsty when you take them, they'll get stuck on your throat, and then you're like, they're shitty.
So you're saying the D gets stuck in your throat?
Yep. I was taking 2D at a time for a long time, and then I was like, I should only be taking 1D at a time
Yeah.
because it's making me itchy when I take 2Ds. These Ds are making me itchy.
Told you to check that shit before you tapped it.
Yep.
But I think if we space out in the graveyard, you guys put one person halfway, like kind of split it into thirds with you guys being in the bisections. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's just why I was asking how big it is, and that would we actually be able to cover everything and still be in a, reasonable distance of one another in the event that we see something we can all spring into action.
Well,
You've
it's
got to
about
spend like 12 rounds to run to where the rest of you are.
well, he'd have to run too, right?
Now, the City of the Dead is about 2/3 the length of the Castle Ward and about half as wide.
So how long is it? Does it say on the map?
It doesn't give me a mile marker on the City of the Dead, but it take you guys a half hour walking across it.
That's not too bad. Because you can see a good distance. And then patrolling it might... I mean, I'm not saying we stop our investigation entirely before then, but at nightfall, that would seem like the play. What do you guys think?
No, that's fine. I'm willing to follow your lead on what you think is the appropriate military strategy, effectively to pounce on this thing and kick its ass.
Do you want to do sending stones?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. We can only use these once. When you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. Once sending is cast through the stones, they can't be used again until the next dawn.
Okay.
So I have to take off my repeating shot infusion that I had on my crossbow. And
I have a +1 on my armor, right?
yeah, you still have that.
You can use that if you want.
It seems more important for you to have AC than for me to have a +1 for my crossbow.
Okay. Watch us get fucked up, and she misses by 1 point.
Well, it's a +1 to hit, +1 to damage, and it makes it count as magical, and it makes it so I don't have to load ammunition in my crossbow.
Use that. Keep that. I got tons of armor.
Okay. I will swap out the enhanced defense infusion and instead do replicate magic item, sending stones. So I guess I'll kind of look around for a couple of rocks.
I gave you 2 of them, and you shit on me for it. I was like, these will be perfect. They're Nokia shaped.
Take these. We'll need them later. Don't ask me why I know.
And I'll...
I never get any thanks for the things that I think of. I need 2 stones. Well, where will we ever find those?
Just while Adri's looking around in the grass for a couple stones.
Ugh.
And so I will do my infusion. So they are both sending stones. I will hand one to Kavir.
Actually, you guys should take them, right?
Well-
Since you guys will be on opposite ends of the fucking grave, the bone zone. Since you guys will be
So we're all splitting up?
Yeah, you guys are going to be on opposite sides of the bone zone, and
Okay.
then I'll be up top. So if, let's say, I'm on the right side, or if I'm on the left side, I'll be easily able to shout to one of you, but not capable of reaching the other. So if I shout to you, then you use the stone to reach the other person. So then we can all be on the same sheet.
Okay. All right. So I'll give one
Sounds good.
to you, and I will hold on to the other one. I want to be kind of in the area near my mom's tomb. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
worried about my mom.
Now we just need to kill someone in Nate's family and bury them on the other side so we could all be comfy.
I don't know if there are any triches here or not. I imagine there might be.
Yeah,
Okay.
your family has a settlement here.
You fancy fucks, man. With your
I'm-
specialized graveyards. And your
Well, I guess much
fucking
along the
family
lines
statue.
that I guess much along the lines that Adri did. I'll go check out my family plot, so to speak.
Oh my god, you're at the
Alright.
same statue. Are you related?
So no, you approach your family plot. It's nice. It's there. It's well kept. You guys have always taken care of it. You guys always kept it clean, kept it respectful.
Kept it respectful is a weird phrase. As opposed to some of these other rich people who fucking wrote fuck on the tombstone.
Well, Grandpa wanted to have his statue naked, with his junk hanging out and everything, but we were able to talk him out of it before he died.
We don't have enough money for all that marble.
But so everything looks in order on my end. I guess I'll kind of start from there, for lack of a better way to start, or lack of a better starting point.
Sounds good. Sounds good. You starting there, AG? Where you starting?
By my mom's tomb.
All right, and Kavir, you're at the soldier.
Actually, I'm gonna be up on the wall.
Okay. Sounds good.
Are they on opposite sides of the okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, so
Yes.
everyone has a torch before we split up.
I have dark vision.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys some of my, what am I gonna call it? I don't know. Armor all. What are we gonna, mage armor potions?
Didn't you call that armor sludge?
Armor sludge.
I have armor sludge written down in my
Yeah.
inventory.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Here, armor sludge. I'm gonna hand one to each of you. I had two.
Okay.
And the effect of that is to override and give us what, +2?
Gives 13 armor class base, plus whatever you have on.
Okay, so that would take me to a 15.
It's mage armor, Dees?
Yep. I
Okay.
think 5e mage armor is 13, right? Yeah, 13 plus dex modifier. Do you guys have armor? Do you wear armor?
Yes.
What armor do you wear?
I wear scale mail.
Okay, never mind. You don't need it. Give me that back. What about you?
Nope.
You don't wear armor.
Well, I've got leather, so yeah, no, I do. It gives me a base AC of 11.
Okay, take your armor off and take this potion.
Done.
That'll boost you up.
Yep. So that
You
takes
keep
me.
your armor on because that's better than the what's it called would give you.
Yes.
So armor's off, which dropped my base armor to 10, but then I adjust up to 13 plus
Plus
the 2
dex.
from the dex is 15.
Yeah. But if you put on armor while you're drinking, it goes away.
Yep.
So.
It is off.
Nice. I should call it stripper oil. But there's another thing I have called stripper oil that does more. Called protection from stripper. Ganctuary.
Nice.
Oh, well, then you take a healing potion. I'll actually give you both a healing potion.
Oh, okay. Potion of healing.
Yep. Just one for each of you. Just to hold you over until I get there.
Okay. And that's 2d4 or 1d4?
2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Okay.
It says the potion's red liquid glimmers when agitated. Not mine. Mine is an oozy sludge.
Oh. It's just a coagulant.
Mm-hmm. It makes the blood too thick to leave the body. AKA healing. What the fuck? Before we got there. Oh yeah, no, I could totally do that. Oh, I meant to mention this. I don't know if I did in game yet, but I have an eye patch. Covers one of my eyes. I can still see out of it. It's just all fucked up and weird looking.
Okay.
So,
She's going through the notes to see if you mentioned it already.
I should have mentioned.
No.
I drew him twice.
Bullshit. She's checking it.
I'm going through my notes because I think there's like a prosthetic eye or something that artificers can make.
Oh my god! Tell me you can make me a robot eye.
That's
That's
what
pretty cool shit.
That's what I'm checking. I want to see if I can make a robot eye.
Did you say you gave me a healing potion?
Yes, I gave you a healing potion, and what do we call the other one? Armor sludge.
Yes, which I've already applied.
Okay.
Armor sludge applied directly to the forehead.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! That shit is a stick of deodorant going through a fucking 2-inch thick skull. There's no way that works better than taking a pill, right? How could that possibly work better? They put it in a damn one of those Windex bottles and just spray it in your eyeball. That's more effective. Whatever.
So that healing potion is just the 2d4 plus 2 version, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have other stuff. This is just to keep you guys alive until I can get to you, because I'm going to have to run, and I'm pretty slow with this fucking armor and shield.
Yeah. All right. Potion of healing is on the books.
Alrighty. So, to recap, 2 of you are at your family graves, and 1 of you is at the wall.
That is
Doing a
correct.
perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
All
Dude,
right.
Jump potion is bonkers.
As...
You're about to see me Hulk my way through this fucking... Okay, sorry.
All good. As the afternoon sun sets, dusk comes and quickly turns to night. The city of the dead doesn't... The feeling, the way the wind blows through doesn't change. It's as almost as warm as it was during the day. Just you don't have an eerie feeling here. Unlike some graveyards, when the night hits, you'd catch an eerie feeling, or you would the way the wind blows, it just would send a slight chill up your back because of the unknown. This place, most of the souls actually do feel at rest. Is you guys give me perceptions?
Passive or rolled? We are keeping an eye out.
14.
Oh, David, let me tell you. 24.
Man, I don't see shit.
All right.
Look closer. I have a tube in the back of my arm.
I rolled a 3, so it's a 3.
1, 2, 3.
Rain's
3.
just looking up at his ancestors, just in the mausoleum. Adri's with her 14 is a little more aware of herself and around her, what's going on. She thinks she can see some shadows begin to dart on the outskirts coming in, but you're not sure if it's a trick on your eyes or you're actually seeing it yet.
Can I find somewhere to kind of hide to see if they get closer?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a stealth.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Be at disadvantage because of my armor. 6.
Alrighty then. If there was a big red barn, Edge would be like, ah, on the side of it hiding. So,
I did we were talking about doing a comic for, it was like a long, long time ago. And it was fucking a person rolling bad on stealth and then dropping every pot and pan and thing out of their backpack and just like clanking them. They're tied to their fucking belt loop and dragging behind them. And it's just like, think you did it. Think you got
Kavir with a 24, you
4.
said?
24.
Okay, where are you exactly?
I'm up on the wall, walking
Okay.
around.
All right, you're up on a wall. When Adri thinks she sees a shadow darting through, you actually do. A cloaked figure moving slowly between one to the grave to the next, just kind of like making his way through the mausoleums. As he walks up, he touches one, and he stays for just a slight second before he keeps going to the next.
How close to Adri is he?
He's a distance off of her,
How far would you say?
60, 80 feet.
Okay. And how far is he from the edge of the wall that I'm at? Good distance.
About 40, 50.
Hey. I am going to chug a potion of jump, which then triples my jump distance. And I figure 12-foot wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to back up against the far part of the wall, run and jump off, and try to jump at him without saying anything. Once I land, I'll make a noise.
All right.
So in the air, my armor isn't clinking.
Now,
That's
do you still have to roll a strength check with that?
to jump,
Yeah.
I guess. Is that the jump effect to have like a roll? for
Athletics.
Athletic. Oh, yeah, okay.
Because the potion gives you triple distance, right?
17.
All right.
Great.
No. It's not great, but it's not bad. And the jump gives you what, triple distance, you said?
Yep. You said it was what, 40, 50?
Yeah.
If I can land on him, that'd be ideal.
Because
I'll
people
put
are
the shield down and hit him like a fucking plate from the sky, like a plate meteor.
I'm trying to think of what an actual normal jump check is.
Let's see, when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can only leap half the distance. Either way, each foot you clear costs a foot of movement.
Right. So at 10 feet, so 16 feet times 3, I could easily hit him.
All right. Yeah, you pretty much clear enough speed and land on the cloaked figure moving.
Oh. Okay. So now, because it's 12 feet that I'm falling from, that means that he takes at least 1d6 fall or damage from me. Or I take 1d6 from falling, right?
Okay.
And then he takes whatever or damage numbers you come up with for a heavy man with a tower shield collapsing on top of him from the sky unnoticed.
All right.
See, me
Do we-
powering all that food into me is good.
Do we know this is the necromancer?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I think it's him. He was going from graveyard to to area, touching a stone, and then in the way David acted,
What if
it
I
was
don't
all wispy. Look, if it's not, then whatever. This is what has happened. So
Yeah.
there's nothing I could do about it. But
okay.
D-Walk,
hear
don't try
the
to make
sound-
it funny.
No. You hear the sound of bones crunching as you hit. And as the cloak goes down, you see bones of a skeleton scatter out and shatter underneath you. You don't really find a weight underneath when you hit. You realize you've come down on a skeleton in a cloak
Okay.
with clothes, like somebody actually dressed up the skeleton and send it into the graveyard.
Where was the skeleton headed?
Towards the center of the city. It was making its way in.
Okay.
But it was a loud thump when you hit. I mean, it went pretty much crash and crunch and slam.
What does Rachel think? She sees that.
Well, I definitely wasn't expecting you to
Leroy.
for the sky to
that
open
guy.
up if
Batman
you did.
from the top of the wall.
Off the top rope. Elbow drop.
Wrestling fans, we have not seen anything like that before out of the Kavir the Raven. He just came flying from the sky, and holy shit!
Snap into a bony dude.
Like, oh my god. You're just like,
That's how you do it, brother.
he exploded.
I got him. That's a necromancer.
This is a skeleton.
I'm gonna lift the shield up. Shit. He was going that way.
I don't know any of this is going on, right?
No.
Well, we haven't
Okay.
called you yet.
Yeah, I know.
All you heard was a dong.
Wait for the Nokia chirp.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay, well, maybe this guy was a distraction.
Maybe.
But then would the necromancer know then that we're trying to find them?
Could be. But skeletons aren't super intelligent, so if the skeleton was walking that way, then if he brought multiples of them, they're probably heading in the same direction, right?
Mm-hmm. Or he has a bunch of them wandering around in different directions.
Could be. But we have nothing to go on right now, and I came down off the wall and I wasted my jump potion.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are.
Yep.
If you had a better perception check, you could have been like, hey, no, dude.
You
that's
had a
not-
better perception check.
I was on top of a 12-foot wall. I was all far away.
Mhm. I mean, you could have waited to see what they were doing.
He was getting out of range.
You kind of hear a click clack of bones coming towards you.
Bone clacking.
Do you want to jump on that one too?
Yeah, it's either a
He loves
skeleton or
jumping
it's Dwight
bones.
Yoakam, but I suspect that we think guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music. Okay, we can skip that one.
Yeah.
But he looks like a skeleton, right? Look at those knobby knees.
It does.
You see two more cloaked figures come out from behind more tombs, hoods down. You see the bone toe sticking out from under the cloaks.
Bone toes.
Are they coming from the same direction that the original one was?
No, you see these two actually came off the side and
Okay.
came towards the sound.
Okay.
By looking at the bone toes, can I tell if it's a skeleton or Callista Flockhart?
Well, one is a skeleton. The other one is
Hmm.
definitely.
Callista Flockhart.
Yeah.
That bitch.
Be hilarious if you've got skeletons doing the Naruto run through the Boneyard.
When you should mention that,
trailing out
Nate.
from behind
In
them.
your direction, you see four skeletons running bent over with their arms behind their back.
Towards me?
No, I'm kidding.
Kagome!
Um,
Inuyasha!
You see two cloaked figures walking. They seem to also be walking past tombs, touching them as they go towards the center.
Have they noticed me?
No, they have not noticed you.
I would like to take this opportunity to hide.
All right, give me a stealth check. Maybe better than Adri's.
All right, this is at a +6.
Oh, it's already better than Adri's.
22.
I was at disadvantage.
So 22 stealth check.
All right.
Rachel's like, I can't see him, I can't hide from him, but I'm going to
I
give my
saw
friend who
it.
killed one instantly a hard time.
So they don't see you as they begin to walk past you.
Okay. So they're just touching gravestone.
Well, the doors of the monolith.
Oh, okay. So they're
yeah.
looking for something that's open.
It would appear so. Like it's a gentle push against the door as they continue to walk through.
Okay. So they're not.
It seems like they're
sophisticated
one track
enough.
minded.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my eye on these two until I hear something. Well, I've got a sending stone. I think at this point, I don't see Kavir on the wall, right?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to very, very quietly use my sending stone to say, hey, I've got two of them over here.
We can only use these once a day, right?
That is correct.
Well, otherwise, I have no way to get in contact with you. And if I don't see
No,
you,
that's fair.
Yeah.
But can you use your stone in reply or no? Just
I believe so. So like he used his to send. I think I can use mine to send a reply, and then after that they're done.
so you hear me call over on two.
Okay. So look to Kavir. Rain says there's two where he's at.
okay. I gotta kill Costa Flockhart, Dwight Yoakam, and then we can head on over. You want to start?
Sure. So I'll message Rain first, real quick, and say we have a couple here. We're gonna deal with them, and then head your way.
10-4 over and out, good buddy.
I didn't get that last part.
No one did because the thing's now just a rock.
Yes,
know.
you're just talking to a Nokia-shaped rock.
Still going to say it anyway.
It's like a Boost mobile phone. You have to re-up it or you can't use it.
I'm eastbound and down, y'all.
We're loading up
Hey,
and trucking.
shorty.
I don't want
We're
to
trying
waste.
to do what they say can't be done.
I got
I
a
don't
lie.
know.
I love it over here.
I don't want to waste a spell, so I'm going to use my crossbow on one of these skellies. 22 to hit, David.
Roll damage.
That is 12 piercing damage, and it counts as magical.
Okay. It's still standing.
Okay.
The bolt goes through and just rips right through the cloak, hits it. You can hear the bones break underneath as the bolt just crushes through its rib cage. And the jaw just kind of like drops open and hangs open. You don't hear anything out of it, but you can imagine it hissing at you with its red glowing eyes.
Ooh.
Kavir?
I'm going to use the remaining minute of my jump potion. You said there were two of them, right? They're pretty close to
Yes.
each other?
Sure. I'll let you have it.
Okay, the one that Rachel hit, I'm going to lunge at that one with my shield in front of me and try to do the same thing I did off the wall.
All right, give me athletics. All right. Yeah, you pretty much cleaned the crack out of the one that she hit.
Yeah.
It's like hitting a bunch of bone pins set up. Pieces go everywhere from the cloak,
Okay.
as well as part of the bones that are way down the cloak send it flying backwards towards the wall into one of the mausoleums, and
So
luckily
that's
doesn't crack the wall at all.
So does that count as a move action?
Technically, yes.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to use my spear. I'm just going to come straight down like a hammer with the flat edge of it and hit the other skeleton.
You can hit with the flat edge and not the blade.
Yeah, I have to.
You're going for bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You
I
don't
mean,
have to.
It's a versatile weapon, so it doesn't matter how I hit it. But
Okay.
my thinking is that I would hit more likely going down than I would sticking, right?
All right.
I know the rule doesn't apply in here, but if I'm using a weapon, I'm going to use it the smart way. If that makes sense.
No, it does.
Stab a rib cage on a skeleton and tell me that you're going to do as much damage. Anyway, 17 hit.
Yes.
Fuck. 4 damage.
It's still up. All right.
I'm
Sounds
done.
good. Nate, are you gonna do anything against your two?
Are they just continuing to kind of scope out the area? They're not.
That's what
Are
it seems that they're doing.
Are they coming closer to me, or are they moving away from me?
They pass you and they begin to move away from you.
Okay, I think I can make the assumption that if I don't see Kavir anymore, he's down on the ground. He's probably close to Adri, so they're moving in Adri's direction, or are they moving away from Adri's direction?
They're moving actually closer towards Adrian.
Okay, I'm going to slowly kind of follow behind them while trying to maintain my stealth.
All right, sounds good. Give me you rolled your stealth here, okay? So yeah, you're able to sneak past them or sneak around them as they continue moving their way through.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a 2-on-1 situation until I know that they're either within sort of range of where Adrian and Kavir are, or unless, they just turn on me and I have to defend myself.
No,
You don't want to
understood.
take 2 bones at once.
Nope, don't want to take 2 bones at once. Take 2D and they get stuck in the back of your throat.
All right.
I should take a potion. Yeah, think about it, David. Think about it.
No, I don't want to.
No, I don't want to.
All right. The one skeleton that's left in the front with you two lunges out at one of you, Kavir, and misses. God damn it! The first time I rolled the Kraken dice for the night, and it misses.
What's funny is I didn't have my shield up. So this was your chance to hit.
Yeah.
This was your one shot, David. Your one opportunity. Dun, dun, dun,
Dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun. dun. Unlike Marshall Matthews, I blew it.
Marshall Matthews?
Or whatever. In. So he misses, and it'd be back to the top with Adri.
Okay. Another magical piece of ammunition appears in my crossbow, and I will fire it at the skeleton. Also, with my magic ammunition, after it hits or misses, it disappears. So it doesn't...
Okay. Doesn't leave a trace of the murder you done.
Exactly. I don't know if this will hit.
Leaves only the fresh smell of pine.
13.
You had the +1 for the magic, right?
The DNA test comes back. You have hit.
Okay.
Adri, you are the father.
8 piercing damage.
And you did 4 damage before?
He
No,
did.
no, he did. So,
Yeah.
okay, it's still standing.
Okay.
Yeah, your bolt again crashes into it. You hear the bones break under the cloak and just kind of trickle to the floor at its feet. Its head turns towards you, jaw like unhinged, hanging open, just almost like that terror scream again, but without screaming.
All right, I'm going to hit him on my turn then.
All right,
19.
that hits,
6 damage.
and he's down.
I'm going to turn around and be like, shut up. All right,
Take it.
where's homeboy at?
On the other side of the city of dead. What are you doing, Trichet? You're watching these two as they continue to make their way closer and closer to the center.
Yeah, I'm still following them. Are they still just trying to pull at random?
As of right now, but now that something's almost like their attention's been refocused towards where you can hear Adrian Kavir.
Okay.
It's like something has driven their focus that way.
Okay.
They're no longer messing with the mausoleums or the tombs. They're seem to be single focused.
Okay. I wanna continue to follow them as soon as I know that we're kind of within range of where Adri and Kavir currently are. Then that's when I'm going to spring into action.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. You hear a voice behind you. What do you think they're up to?
I hear a voice behind me say that.
Yes.
Ghost Butler. Da-da-da-da. Next time on Ghost Butler.
I turned to see where the voice came from.
You see another black cloak, a little similar to the ones that you were following behind you. This time there's a face in it.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kavir the Raven, Rachel as Adri the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rain Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. And we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned. Like a superhero versus supervillain that is the same guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when he's asleep, the supervillain gets to work. And then when he's awake, he has to countermand all the things that he had done.
So when he's awake, he's like pounding 5 hours. And then when he's asleep, he's like, where's my Tylenol PM? Or whatever. To like
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind
keep
of...
him asleep.
But yeah, but if you're asleep, you wouldn't be able to take it, right? So
Well,
it would be
but
his
if you're
awake.
asleep and you're building death rays.
But no.
But
The body,
he has to keep like the sleep brain going.
the guy's always functional, right?
Right.
So on one end, the sleep guy is actually awake.
Mhm.
So think of it like a sentience, like pendulum.
Right.
The body's always active, but who's piloting it is. So they just perceive it as sleep. There would be no sleep, I wouldn't imagine.
Well, then they would die.
No, they're super.
If you don't,
That's the
you're just adding things onto it now.
You said supervillain, right?
That a supervillain doesn't automatically mean you don't need to sleep.
It means you have powers, and the powers don't sleep.
You don't have to have powers to be a supervillain.
Name a supervillain that got powers.
Lex Luthor.
He's not a supervillain. He's a villain. Super means super. Look, I've had this argument about the Batman thing before. Batman is not a superhero. He's a hero, right?
Uh-huh.
I know it's going to get a lot of shit, but hear me out, okay? Superman is a superhero. That one's a little obvious because it's in the fucking name. Spider-Man is a superhero because he has powers, right?
Sure.
Right. Kenny from accounting isn't a superhero. No matter how many times he puts a fucking costume on, he's not. Even if he has good numbers, like if he stops crime all the fucking time, he's just a good guy. He's just a hero. He's not a superhero, right? That's my perception of how the word works. Now, whether or not we want to gesturally give fucking a thumbs up to Batman or whatever, that's on you. When I say superheroes, Batman hangs out with them, so maybe we can count him, but I don't think that he has superpowers. Individually, he's not a superhero. Is that fair?
Sure.
Do you have an opinion on this?
No.
Then why did you bring it up?
Because I didn't think that super whatever automatically meant, oh, they have like powers.
What do you think super means?
I thought it meant like the scope of what they do.
You think that super is an adjective to describe how great they are.
Not how great they are, but just like
Boy, he sure is super.
I thought it meant like
How
their
good is he?
their actions.
He's super good.
Oh my god.
Maybe you could argue that it means actions. I don't know. But then don't you think there'd be other
I don't
awesome
give
heroes?
this much thought to comics.
Yeah, as long as they're with no pictures, you're fine with it. You talk about books all day. You add some art in there, and all of a sudden it's evil. Not worth my time.
It's not evil.
Uh-huh. What if Dostoevsky wrote a Batman comic? Then would you be happy?
No.
Really? I would read the shit out of that.